Hi artists, we're going to learn a little bit about an artist named Heather Goller and make a coffee, cocoa, or tea mug based on her artwork. So we're going to draw the mug first with Sharpie, and then we will do the tablecloth and the background. So my paper is long ways up and down, that's called portrait. Don't forget, when we draw with a Sharpie, we always have the cap on the back so we don't lose it. And a Sharpie is a permanent marker, so please take your time and it only goes on your paper. I'm going to find the middle of my paper, it's about here. And we're going to start with the top of the cup where we would drink out of. So the first shape that we're going to, or actually it's going to be a line. It's going to kind of come down like a really shallow U. And that's going to be the bottom of our cup. We're also going to do the same thing on the top where we could see what kind of drink we have in our mug. So sometimes it's hard to get things symmetrical or the same on both sides. So if you want to turn your paper over so that you can get about the same kind of line, that is an easy trick. And now we have an oval. Okay, I think I'm going to flip it around again. So the next thing we're going to do is draw the sides of our mug. So we're going to need 2 vertical lines, and mugs come in all different sizes. So you can make a really tall mug, you can make a short little mug, I'll let you decide. But we do need enough room for patterns. So I think I'm going to make mine a little longer. Okay, go ahead and connect that line so we have the bottom of our cup now. And to make sure we have something to hold on to, we need to draw the handle. So the handle reminds me of a backward C. So if I draw a C this way, that's how a normal C would go. I'm going to do the same thing, but going the other way. And we want to draw the same line, but inside, so that it looks like the handle is something we can grab onto. That's called parallel, when the lines are side by side doing the same thing. Okay. And then finally, to make this look like it has something in it, we're going to do another parallel line that follows our top line of our mug. So maybe pick a little bit down here and you're just going to go up and across. All right, there we have a really nice looking mug. The fun part is going to be putting some patterns inside of here. So remember, a pattern is something that repeats. So let's see, right here on my mug, I think I'm going to do some triangles on the bottom that repeat. I like how that looks. I think I also might put a circle in between all of my triangles. And let's see, I really like hearts, so maybe I have some hearts that repeat up here as well. So as long as your shapes or lines repeat or do the same thing, then you have a pattern. I think stripes look really nice on the mug handle too. Okay, once we have our mug drawn, let's go ahead and add a horizontal line that goes across our paper so that it looks like our mug is sitting on a table or some kind of surface. So I think it looks really good when you come up a little bit from your mug, and you're going to go from the edge of your paper. We're going to touch our mug, skip, 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 all the way to the other side of the mug. And my handle's in the way, so I also have to skip that part again. And now it looks like my mug is sitting on something. Our artist that we are looking at really likes patterns, and one of her signature patterns is a checkerboard. So we're going to do that on our tablecloth. So a checkerboard pattern is pretty easy. We're going to start with vertical lines that go up and down, and then we'll add maybe 1 or 2 horizontal lines so we have a grid. So on your paper, I wouldn't make these too small because that's a lot of pattern work. I would do maybe 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 or so. And then I'm just going to do, let's see, 1 across. So it's pretty big squares. Okay, so the pattern is an A-B pattern. I like to break it down and put X's where my black squares are going to go. So if this is A, That'll be B, where we have nothing and it's white. I'm going to have another dark square here, skip, and then I will have a colored in box. So I just put the X here so that I know that I need to come back and color these boxes with an X in all the way. Okay, so for our second row, it needs to be opposite. So if this is colored in, this is going to be blank. So this square is going to get colored, skip. This square gets colored, and skip. So again, I'm just quickly doing some of this so you can see where I need to color in. But obviously I'm going to take my time and make sure it's finally colored in all the way at the end. Okay. Before I forget, we also need to add some steam lines, because if it's a hot drink, then there's steam that rises off the top of my drink. So a little bit above my mug, I'm going to kind of do a little squiggly, and then I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to kind of just come along the side. I think for our project, maybe 2 or 3 of these lines will look pretty good. Okay. I am excited to see how your mugs are going to look. For today, we just need to make sure we have our lines drawn, and I would like for you to take your time to color in all of our checkerboard pattern so that it's ready to go for next class. So just as a reminder, this would be a finished example of how all of my boxes here will look.